Hello, I Anand Jain from Hanumangarh, Rajasthan welcomes you to your favorite Shridevi Classes YouTube channel where we inculcate interest and confidence in science, engineering and architecture subjects. Today in our playlist of architecture green building, we'll understand a very important concept of architecture and building and town planning, that is floor area ratio FAR, that's also called as floor space index FSI. We'll understand this concept, explain how FAR is calculated, how ground coverage is influenced by FAR. We'll describe typical value of FAR used in Indian cities. We'll also explain what is included in gross floor area calculation and what is excluded in FAR calculation. And we will elaborate the key implication of FAR. We'll also discuss design consideration and strategies for FAR utilized. And finally, we will also answer what is premium FAR. So let's start our study of FAR, floor area ratio, or FSI, floor space index. Floor area ratio FAR is also called as floor space index FSI. FAR is expressed as dimensionless number as a ratio, whereas the same figure is expressed in percentage for FSI. FAR or FSI is a crucial factor in urban planning and architecture design. FAR regulate the relation between total area of plot and total floor area of building which can be constructed, and FAR is a ratio of total floor area of building to the total area of plot. Here the plot area is 25,000 square feet and we have 5 floor each of 5,000 square feet. Then total floor area of building is with basement and 5 floor. Here basement is not used solely for parking. Then it is 6 into 5,000 total floor area of building, and the ratio of total floor area of building and total area of plot 1.33 is FAR, and if it is expressed as 133% then that become FSI. Floor area ratio FAR and floor space index FSI is decided by central and state government, and this FAR is used as a regulatory tool by local government and municipal bodies like Panchayat, Nagar Palika, Nagar Parishad or Nagar Nigam. FAR control and manage the density and scale of buildings within a specific zone or area. The value of FAR depends upon type of building, the city zone and the other amenities available in surrounding. The decision of FAR value ensure the best possible living conditions for resident in that area, and that keep in mind the density of population, available of open space, environmental conditions and impact of project and its utilization on environment, and how our surrounding is prepared in the eventuality of any natural disaster like flooding or other. So if FAR is 0.5 and ground coverage is allowed only 25%, one can plan 2-story building, and for same 25% coverage, if FAR is 1, 4-story building can be constructed, and if FAR is 2, then one can construct 8-floor building, and if ground coverage is allowed as 50%, then for FAR 0.5 there is only 1 floor permissible, and for 1 it is 2-floor building, and for 1.5 it is 3-floor building, and for FAR 2 it could be 4-floor building. So higher value of FAR means higher amount of constructed floor area. FAR can decide ground coverage on any land plot or height or number of floor in a building. Assume we got a land plot of 8,000 square feet and we have to construct a building on that land, and based on type of building, whether it is residential, commercial or industrial or functioning in that particular area, the FAR is 1.5. So in a plot of 8,000 square feet, the total floor area covered by construction could be 1.5 times of plot land area, and it is 12,000 square feet. So we can construct 3 floor each of 4,000 square feet on that land with FAR 1.5, or if ground coverage is allowed up to 75%, we could have 6,000 square feet ground coverage and it could have 2 floors. Now when we decide height or number of floor and ground coverage, it should not affect other municipal rule like plot extended area, front side setback, back side setback, or rear side setbacks, or the parking spaces. All cities have limited space and limited safe load capacity, and any use of land beyond that safe load factor can put excess stress on available infrastructure and other resources. In the absence of FAR or FCI rules, unauthorized construction will increase. So FAR rules keep the constraint on construction, and they check and ensure the construction safety of any building. The value of FAR in a particular type of building or in a particular location is based on factors like population dynamics, construction activities, and growth pattern. The residential, commercial, and industrial spaces have different values of FAR, and local authority can decide and even modify the FAR value based on the land value and development requirement. Recently, Gurgaon and in NCR region, FAR value is increased by about 60% for different categories. For instance, as an example, in Mumbai, the basement and state parking used in building are not included in FAR or FSI calculation, while the other cities may include covered parking area in building floor area. In Delhi, our national capital, there is no FAR limitation on group housing projects, and in Delhi Master Plan 2021, the FAR or floor space index for different categories ranges from 1.2 to 3.5, and in Delhi, higher value of FAR is allowed for those plots that have direct connection with metro development project. They have direct impact due to metro development, and several redevelopment projects got a FAR of value 4 in NCR region. To calculate FAR on a given plot land area, we have to find out gross constructed floor area, and we must understand what is included in gross floor area and what is not included and excluded in gross floor area. When gross floor area is calculated, the useful space occupied by users and other areas like lobbies, area of tenants, common useful area, area of mechanical equipments, lifts, etc., staircase, basement, laundry, storage room, restroom, or even ATMs, all are included in gross floor area calculation. And what is not included in gross floor area is also very important. Amenities like common spaces not usually occupied, patios, attics, unoccupied spaces like parking walkway, driveway, garages, or any interior open space such as balcony. And if a basement is exclusively used for parking purpose, then that is also not included in gross floor area. And exterior spaces, outdoor sports courts, they are also not included in gross floor area for FAR calculation. The floor area ratio FAR has a significant implication for urban development and architecture design, and it also decides overall character of a city or its surroundings. Now, understanding various implications of FAR is very crucial for architecture, town planners, developers, and even policymakers, and we'll list all those key implications of FAR one by one. National, central government of India, or regional state government policies related to urban development, housing, transportation, and sustainability can influence FAR regulations, as they can control maximum ground clearance for different type of land plots. They can also decide the height of any construction project, and FAR is related to that. So these government policies and development goals set guidelines for local zoning laws to decide FAR, and in a particular local zone, one must adhere to that decided FAR. The floor area ratio FAR influence the visual aesthetic and form of a city space and its surroundings. FAR regulate the size of land coverage, height of building, scale and density of buildings, and by that FAR can manage population density and congestion in urban areas. as higher value of FAR encourage denser and more urbanized congested settings and that need more infrastructure to support comfort and well-being of residents, whereas a lower value of FAR create a more spread out low-rise environment with more open spaces and which have some additional spare capacity for future development too. Land use planning of any area or zone, that is amount of ground clearance or height of building, all are influenced by floor area ratio. Floor area ratio encourage efficient utilization of available land by regulating the size and scale of building. FAR has to preserve required open spaces, ensure adequate infrastructure of road, water supply, sewage, transportation, etc. And fair value of FAR promote mixed use development and maintain a good character of neighborhood. Floor area ratio FAR is used in zoning law that designate different areas for specific land use like residential, commercial or industrial as per the requirement of that urban space. Now this development control of FAR helps in maintaining a harmonious urban environment by controlling building heights, their setbacks and permissible density and scales of buildings. Floor area ratio FAR is related to capacity of infrastructure such as roads, water supply, sewage system and other utility like electricity, communication services. Higher FAR might strain infrastructure that exists there, whereas lower value of FAR ensure that available infrastructure can adequately support the existing density and it can also support additional load from increased development. So a good control of FAR helps in controlling congestions, managing infrastructure and maintaining the appropriate character of an area. Increased value of FAR often leads to taller buildings, less amount of open area, more extensive building structures or higher number of stories in a building and increase density of population to stress available infrastructure. FAR also have impact on architectural design. FAR restriction impose influence on design and layout of building, dictating the maximum allowable floor area within a definite plot as well as height of building, and architect must creatively work within these FAR constraints to maximize space usage. FAR affect building height, shape and its layout to maximize usable space. FAR combines both height of building and its footprint on land, and FAR regulation ensure flexibility in the design of any building. There are also economic implications of FAR. Economic factors play a role in determining FAR. FAR floor area ratio directly affect property value and its development potential. Higher FAR value often mean greater revenue potential for a property owner and developer. However, these economic factors or FAR value need to be balanced against other considerations such as livability, sustainability and community impact of building loads. There is also environmental considerations associated with floor area ratio. Properly regulated FAR can contribute environmental sustainability by allowing adequate open spaces, green areas, proper sunlight penetration in the building that facilitate natural ventilation, minimize impact on ecological system and improve overall quality of life for residents, as it is ensured in MLA quarter near Vidhan Sabha in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Commutation or transportation facility or transient orient development also have a concern with FAR, and area which are near public transit hub such as Delhi Metro might have higher FAR allowances to promote dense, mixed-use commercial as well as residential development that encourage the use of public transportation facilities and reduce reliance on private vehicles like cars. Sometimes FAR is decided in the context of historical and cultural value of any area or place of significance importance, as in walled city area of Pink City, Jaipur. FAR is influenced by historical preservation efforts on cultural consideration, and restriction on building heights or design elements are used significantly to maintain heritage and aesthetics of this area of Zori Bazar in Pink City, Jaipur. There are some important architectural design consideration and strategies for FAR, and some of those is as one is efficient space utilization, and for that we should encourage vertical development, and for better open space conditions explore vertical expansion to maximize the use of space without exceeding the plot ground coverage, and for that utilize taller building or additional stories within the prescribed height limits, and that ensure good enough open space, natural lighting, cross ventilation, and comfort value and well-being for residents using those buildings. For a better architectural design point of view, we must design compact building form, that is square and compact, and in use become more energy efficient. Such tall compact building design maximize usable floor area, and while they also complies with FAR regulations. Good architecture design promote functional layout to optimize floor plan, and for that create a efficient floor plan that optimize use of available space within the prescribed floor area ratio restrictions, and for that avoid wastage or underutilized area. In modern architecture design, flexible space design is used where spaces are designed adaptable to serve multiple functions, allowing for flexibility within prescribed FAR. Let's understand what is premium floor area ratio or premium floor space index, FSI. So in building design there are some allowable deviation, and one can extend the allowable floor space index or floor area ratio on payment of required premium FSI charges to local government bodies. To avail this premium FSI condition, the neighboring road of the land must be at least 30 feet, and for road width near land location of building between 30 and 40 feet, premium floor space index of 20% is available. That means whatsoever permissible FAR, one can extend building to 20% extra FAR by paying required premium FSI charges. Similarly, for 40 to 60 feet wide nearby road, provision is for 30% plus premium FSI, and after paying the required premium FSI charges, one can build 30% more floor area than which is allowed in FAR. Similarly, if road width near the location of building land is over 60 feet, one can avail maximum 40% premium FSI and can build 40% extra than allowable FAR limits. But one can very well support that when construction in cities is in progress, that too at huge speed, if everybody obey average FSI values, then that ensure a good balanced development, optimum utilization of infrastructure, and a very planned growth. So in conclusion, we can say understanding and applying floor area ratio is vital for architects, urban planners, and policymakers in shaping urban development, regulating population density, and balancing the growth of buildings with sustainability. Careful consideration of floor area ratio values is very important for responsible urban design, ensuring functionality of buildings, sustainability, and adherence to the development regulations. Architects and planners navigate FAR constraints creatively to optimize space, meet all our needs, and enhance sustainability while complying with all development regulations. We hope this beautiful learning video has explained various aspects of floor area ratio or floor space index. And now you very well understand how FAR or FSI are calculated, what are their various implications, and what is premium FAR. Our other learning video of this green building playlist are equally useful to enhance your informative base for green building concepts. And if you like our study work, do share it with your friends. Happy learning. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.